Hi, this is Liz and I'm here to give you a quick video tour of the InfusionPP plugin. I've gone to one of Russell's sites, and as you know, Russell's a developer of the plugin. I've gone to one of the sites where he's using it. He's got a WordPress plugin called Slicker Flicker, and there's a Pro edition for which he charges. If I move down the Slicker Flicker Pro page, you can see there are 3 opportunities to pay here. There's $3.50 a month, there's $37 per year, or a lifetime payment here. And Russell on this occasion has chosen to offer PayPal on the $3.50 per month option. He could have also offered a subscription basis for the $37 per year, but hasn't actually got round to updating this page to do that yet. So clicking on this button here will invoke the InfusionPP plugin and allow all of the people who pay $3.50 per month to go through and get automatically logged into Infusionsoft. Once you've installed the InfusionPP plugin, you're presented at the side of the WordPress dashboard with these InfusionPP menu options, the first one being Settings. And we're on that Settings page now. You can see that you can choose a button to use on your website, and the rest of the values are to do with these one-time only PayPal and Infusionsoft settings. And I'll just run down those so that you can see them. We do give you instructions so you can find out how to get the PayPal API usernames and passwords and signature values. And equally, we show you how to get Infusionsoft application, API signatures and other values that you require for this settings page. Once that's done, you shouldn't have to revisit this page again. Returning to the InfusionPP menu at the side, we can now move on to the Add Subscription section. You'd visit this every time you've got a new subscription that you want to enter into the system, and as you can see, you'll choose a currency, an initial setup charge if you've got one, and also a recurring charge. You don't have to have an initial setup charge, and if you do, it can be a different amount to the recurring charge, and you can specify how many days you wait between the initial charge and the recurring charge, and that can indeed be 0 days. So you can have the initial charge happen at the same time as your first recurring charge. If I now click onto the list subscriptions, we've only got really one subscription in this system, and that's the Slicker Flicker monthly, which is in USD. There is no initial charge, and you just get charged $3.50 recurring. And also we've got a test one in here, which really doesn't count. That was just there for testing. So this is what your recurring charge would look like in the system. Returning to the InfusionPP menu, I can now click on the List Notifications option. This will show all the payments that have been processed by the plugin. And here they are, all in a big list. You'll be able to see all the PayPal payments that have come in as recurring charges and the gross amount that you've charged. You can see we've got various amounts here of $2 or $3.50, and also the fact that this date is filled in shows that not only has the payment come in from PayPal, but it's also been processed and cross-referenced in Infusionsoft. If ever this date were blank, it would mean that Infusionsoft had not yet tied up the payment from PayPal with its own records. You can sort any of these columns, and you can go and view each of the transactions in detail. I click on this one. It shows you the transaction ID within PayPal and also other information about the transaction, including the contact record that was automatically created thanks to the plugin within Infusionsoft, the ID of that record, and the invoice ID within Infusionsoft here. You get the full PayPal IPN as well, in case you ever need to know where and how this particular payment was initiated. Now I'm in my Infusionsoft account and I'm looking at one particular subscriber. This person has been subscribing for a few months, and you can see all of the payments that the plugin has entered automatically into Infusionsoft for us. If we click on any one of these charges, we get a pop-up window showing us the invoice that was to do with that particular subscription. Bear in mind we haven't typed any of this in manually, it's all been handled by the plugin. We can see the invoice here for this particular payment comes in from PayPal, and although the status says manual, that's because from Infusionsoft's point of view it looks like a manual payment, when in fact it was automatic because InfusionPP organised it. And you can see that because it was notified to Infusionsoft by the API, the application programming interface that we've used in order to generate this invoice. Okay, well, thanks for listening. Bye.